Alright, guys, welcome back. And today we're going to talk about a very delicate subject. And man, this one disturbs a lot of people, but it is what it is. And what investing in yourself is very important. And personally, myself, it has changed my life upside down. And keep in mind, guys, that whatever you're currently doing right now, or it could also be better, but also remind yourself that what is separating you or us from all these successful people, all of these healthy people, is basically information and education. We arrived in today's time where information and education is gold. That's why you have people that are charging $15,000 for 1 hour, $10,000 for 1 hour, or even more. And it depends actually on who you are. There's actually an app that is called MyNeck where you basically go and book a call with one of this famous big CEO people that's basically gonna listen to you and coach you out for a 1 hour session. And I was just scrolling down their list and I see like $15,000 for 1 hour. I'm like, bro, that's a stretch. But also in the same time, this sorts of the conversation that you're gonna be having with these important people, you're gonna learn so much. And probably $15,000 is an hour that for a lot of people it's a lot of money. Well, it is a lot of money because they could save up a lot of month of rent and so on. But in the same time, I've always questioned myself, what makes him charge 15 grand or $100 or $300 per hour for people to talk to him? What does he know that I don't know that is valuable for people to go and pay 50 grand or 15 grand for that? And that really reminded me and struck me very hard because thinking about the bigger picture, education is the most important thing in this world. That's why people go to university. That's why people read books, buy books, and invest in themselves. But most importantly is that if now everybody have access to that source of information, then everybody will become successful. But it takes a lot of guts and discipline to be able to take that source of information and apply it. And for me, it has been tremendously game changer in my life where I first started investing in myself. And to be honest, it might cost some money, but it is definitely worth it by the end of the day. Because think of it this way, if right now it took me 10 years to learn all that I know for to be able to do or to coach the people that I'm coaching at this moment, what really like, well, I spent 10 years doing that. And you're getting basically a full experience of somebody's final outcome. You're just gonna skip all of the struggles, all of those failures, all of those ups and downs, straight to the point to get that life lesson itself. And for me, it really fascinated me because when I'm at the gym and I have people coming in and then I tell them my prices and they're like, oh my god, it's too much. But then at the same time, I always ask them this question: what do you do when you go out? And then they're like, oh, I drink, I do this, I go and party. When I party hard. I treat myself. And when it comes down to investing in something that is very abstract, it's very hard for you. So basically, this is the biggest issue with the young 20-year-olds is that, and I made this mistake myself, so you don't need to feel bad about it. But what I'm trying to mean about it, don't walk this world or this life in your 20s thinking that you know everything. Because trust me, brother, life is gonna smack you very, very hard, and you may gonna lose everything like I did about a year ago, where I had to now finally rebuild myself to be able to be doing this sorts of videos. But I was making this mistake of thinking that I know better than every single person. And this is the biggest mistake that I've done. Because your ego becomes your enemy here. And this is why you have to be very careful with that, especially in your 20s. Because from the 20s to the 30s, the most important thing you have to do is try and learn new stuff. Learn new stuff. Okay, let me try to do a little bit this, a little bit of that, to really get a taste, a first-hand experience of what it feels like before you decide fully at the age of 30 to focus only in one thing. And it's totally fine in your 20s. Me personally, I've experimented so many fields of business, of this and that, to be able to finally say that right now I am very, very happy to be able to say that I change people's life for a living and I'm helping people have a better life. And this one really took me some time. But by the end of the day, every morning when I wake up, actually, I don't even need an alarm because I am excited to really go out there and really help the people that I want that I'm helping at this stage, and really add value to their life because it really satisfies my soul. And that's why it is important for you to understand what are you want to do, what are you trying to achieve, what are you looking for. And all of these questions really are disturbing at a really young age. But there is one thing that I always highly recommend people to always do it and not stop it. And that's working out and going and having a physical activity, because it's going to teach you a lot of life lessons that you can just take them and apply them in any field of your life. It could be relationship, friendship, and business, and really become successful in it. And sometimes some people, if they could afford it, have could have the benefits of having a personal trainer or having an English teacher or having a business coach. There is nothing wrong with that, and you should be very pleased and very satisfied to be able to say that, hey man, it is totally fine for me to invest in myself, in my education. And I think the biggest problem of people is that when we trying to sell something that is very abstract, that you cannot grab, it's really hard to sell it, right? But at the same time, it's gold, and that's why a lot of people go to universities. They go to have these courses, and people are ready to spend $60,000 in a degree in a university. That probably by the end of the day, they're not gonna even pursue their career in that. But if you're gonna ask them to spend 2-3 grand on yourself to take care of yourself, to have you to really build up your routine, they're like, oh man, that's very expensive. Oh, I don't know if I could afford it. And man, what are you talking about, man? If you're not willing to bet on yourself, who do you think is gonna bet on you? Who do you think is gonna, be around you or trying to do a business or whatsoever? What makes you think that if you're not willing to spend a dime in your own personal development, I don't know. Some people are born with it. Some people are born with the talents to be good in most of the things that they are currently doing. But it all depends on your character. And I highly recommend to not feel guilty when you go and purchase something that is abstract, but you know that that thing that you're gonna purchase is gonna make your life better. This thing is gonna help you build your life or your self-esteem to really see yourself at least one step closer to what you want to become. And and that's what we are here for. Knowledge is gold, and investing in yourself is never a loss. It's never a loss because this is knowledge, this is information that's gonna be lasting forever. And some people are smart enough to learn it and go teach it to others so they can make more money out of it. But never feel ashamed or bad about saving some money to purchase a course, or saving the money to learn some new skill, or hiring a teacher or a personal trainer. Never. Remember, once again, what is separating us or you from all of these people is information, because information is gold, and that should be your currency. And that's what I highly recommend you to always exchange: value for value, knowledge for knowledge, or even money for knowledge. It doesn't really matter, but prioritize knowledge, education, learning. A lot of people have diplomas, but few people know how to think. Few people know how to say, okay, this is wrong, this is good. and learn how to separate both. So make sure you got things all right, and always invest in yourself in any way, shape, or possible. It could be money, it can be current, it can be, and it can be time. So remember one thing as well: time you could never get it back, but money comes in and comes out. So if you know that this course is gonna save you a lot of time and you're gonna arrive to your goal very quick, what I always say for that: go for it.